Hi, my name is Karen, and I'm a product trainer for the fleet marketing team here at Stellantis. And today, I'm going to walk you through the Ram Heavy Duties. We are actually next to the 3/4 ton. That's the 2500 series. I'm going to open up the hood and we're going to start there. Okay, now let's check out under the hood. This is the Tradesman 3/4 ton. Now, under this hood for standard, you're going to have the 6.4 liter Hemi V8 engine. That's going to produce 405 horsepower and 429 foot-pounds of torque. Now, this is definitely the sweet spot engine, especially for your fleet. But if you had your heart set on that Cummins, well, don't you worry. We do have that legendary improved 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel. Now that produces 430 horsepower and a very impressive 1,075 foot-pounds of torque. Now, let's talk about the grille a little bit. Now, depending on your trim package, you're going to have a different package to choose from for your grille. Then you're going to also have your standard LED headlamps and LED fog lamps, as well as your tow hooks. And you probably notice a camera up front here. That's going to work with your 360-degree camera, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when we talk about the safety. Now, also this box here, a lot of customers ask me what that is. That's going to actually house all of your radar systems. Okay, now let's talk about why this vehicle would be perfect for your fleet. This is the Tradesman 3/4 ton. It is actually going to be, like I said, low cost of ownership. It is ready for the job site, not the red carpet. Okay, now on the side of the vehicle, we're going to start with the cab sizes. Now on the Ram Heavy Duties, you have your choice between a regular cab, a crew cab like you see here, or the mega cab. Now the box sizes, we have the industry standard 6.5-inch box or the 8-foot box, depending on your configuration. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about trailer tow mirrors. Now, they are manual standard or the optional power telescoping trailer tow mirrors. Now, let's jump in and talk about the running boards. You have your option of the stationary running boards like you see here, or on the higher trim packages, you can get the power running boards. We do have the available remote start as well as the keyless entry. Well, speaking of keyless entry, let's step inside. Now that we're inside, I have a lot to tell you about, so let's jump on in. We're going to start with the column shifter, very popular with work crew. When you have your work gloves on, it makes it very handy and easy to operate. The steering wheel itself, you'll notice on the right-hand side, you do have your cruise control with adaptive cruise control. And how that works, it'll actually set the distance between yourself and the vehicle in front of you. If that vehicle slows down or speeds up, it'll adapt to the situation. Below that is electronic range select. On the left-hand side, you do have your menu button for your EVIC, your Electronic Vehicle Information Center. That actually houses everything for all the critical information you will need as a driver. You'll have things like setting your trip computer or tire pressure monitoring system. Now, we also have your Bluetooth technology with your phone right there on your steering wheel. Now, let's go over and talk about our screens here. We do have a variety of available screens. Standard is the 8.4-inch screen. Optional, as you see here, is a 12-inch screen. And we also have on the higher trim package a 14.5-inch screen. They all work about the same. I have it set up with 3 different things on here. I have my navigation, my radio, and my phone. But it can be reconfigured any way you want to. Now, below that, you do have your trailer brake control. I love that it's integrated here. My first truck, I actually had to have it aftermarket, and it hit my knee every time I got in the vehicle. We also have your other buttons here. You have your ESC, that's your electronic stability control, your tow haul mode, and also your park assist for front and rear. A little bit further left here, you have your 2-wheel drive, your 4-wheel high and 4-wheel low button, as well as your neutral transfer case. Now, let's talk about the vehicle I'm sitting in. This is actually a Tradesman package. It does have the upgraded cloth seats, but you do have the standard vinyl seats that are work-grade vinyl. Perfect if you're getting in and out of the vehicle with those work belts. You also have the vinyl flooring if you wish. We actually upgraded it to the carpet flooring that you see here today. This package that I'm sitting next to is going to be for a 6-passenger. How great would that be for your work crew? You can actually get them from the job site right off to lunch and back to work. You just have to put up the center armrest here. Also, it's a nice console that you can open up here. You can actually put in a small laptop or a tablet, and you have your 3 cup holders. Now let's talk about safety. The Ram Heavy Duties have the standard and available safety and security features. Now we're going to mention a few here. We do have the digital rear view mirror. This vehicle is not equipped with it, but I definitely want to tell you about it. Now how that works, you have a camera in the back of the vehicle, different than a backup camera, because when the vehicle is moving forward, everything is going to show up on your rear view mirror, except for your headrest and D-pillars. Other safety features we have the 360-degree camera with a bird's eye view, blind spot monitoring with cross-path detection, forward collision warning with adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, drowsy driver detection. I love that one. If the vehicle notices you're getting a little bit drowsy, a coffee cup shows up on your eVic. Those are just a few of the safety features we have inside the Ram Heavy Duty. But let's step outside and talk about the rest of the vehicle. Now, this Ram Heavy Duty does not have one of our available options, but let me tell you about it. They're called the Ram boxes, and they would be located right here on the side of the box. Now, we didn't take away any of the space inside the box. We utilized that space over the wheel wells. So the width of the box is still 4 feet 3 inches, the same as it was before. Perfect for a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Now those Ram boxes are lockable, waterproof, drainable, and illuminated. And they have a 115-volt power outlet. Perfect for charging your tools on site. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite features. This is actually with the Mopar accessory group. This has our deployable step. See how nice and easy that was? Then you can get back into the vehicle. Also, to put it back up, it's just one simple kick. Now check this out. We have the standard LED light that's in the handle here, shining down on the trailer hitch. Perfect when that job site is dark. Okay, let's open it up now. In the back here, I want to mention a few things. We do have the optional prep package. That's actually going to include the 5th wheel and gooseneck. And we have other features you're going to like. We have the camera up above that will actually shine down on that cargo. And we have a 115-volt outlet back there, perfect for charging your tools on site. You also have the available spray-in bed liner. Now let's talk about capability. The way this truck is spec'd, it's a 3/4 ton with that gas engine. It can tow over 17,000 pounds and a payload of 4,000 pounds. But if that's not enough, don't worry. You can get the 1-ton dually with that Cummins, and it can tow over 36,000 pounds. Now that's impressive. The Ram Heavy Duty is perfect for your fleet. It's dependable, capable, and value. Now, all you need to do is reach out to your fleet sales rep and order one today. See you on the road.